National Football League on EA Sports. And we'll see which side of Pennsylvania is better in this one. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Philadelphia Eagles. And it comes your way next.
Opened back in 2003, have a look at the link. Lincoln Financial Field, where 70,000 are rocking and ready to go in Philadelphia. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And before kickoff, Charles, quickly your keys to the game.
Well, partner, I can give you the standard ones, turnovers, special teams play. But here's one that doesn't get talked about much anymore, and that's time of possession. Whoever controls the football, gives their defense a break, and takes care of business, that's the team that's going to win this ball game.
It's an old-school battle in the Keystone State of Pennsylvania. The Eagles and the Steelers are underway. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So the new-look Steelers offense headed out for their first drive, led by a man in his 13th NFL season now. First as a Steeler, Russell Wilson.
And similar to his nickname, Russell Wilson has a dangerous mix of skills, the ability to throw from the pocket and extend plays and throw on the run. Not to mention an absolute winner. Usually has his team in the playoffs competing for Super Bowl opportunities.
Wilson going to come out throwing. He'll get this complete to Calvin Austin. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And Najee going to have a Steelers first down as the tackle made at the 42.
That's a very nice game there, a confidence-building run. Love the execution up front, and the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
They go play action now. Wilson. He gets that to the longtime Charger. It's Mike Williams. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 18 yards the gain for number 18.
Oh, I like that play call there. After a run for good yardage, you get a defense thinking they'll go back to the well. So that's a great time to call play action and give your receivers a little extra edge. And they complete the pass there for another first down.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Harris running straight ahead. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Here's Wilson. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6.
Now, that's a heck of a moment for your first sack of the game, because if this long drive ends without a touchdown because of that sack, we're going to look back and say that might be one of the biggest plays of this contest.
3rd down and 13. They snap it at 1. Now Wilson. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Milton Williams, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. They'll make that a 2nd sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
Well, they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback, maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit. anything to try and slow that pressure down.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. Out come the Eagles for the first time, and the man in charge at quarterback in his 5th year now, Jalen Hurts.
Tremendous production in college at 2 different universities, and this is a guy who was a finalist for the Heisman Trophy. Still much more of a runner than a thrower, but has plenty of arm and is capable of making the big throws downfield. And don't underestimate his ability to think the game. Remember, he's the son of a coach.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10, right at the 30. They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 2. Hurts. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Throwing is Hurts. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Two yards to go, 2nd down. Here's Hurts to throw. Got a man, it's Brown. And A.J. going to pick up an Eagles 1st down as he'll take this down inside the 45. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Hurts sets up to throw it. Complete, it's Dotson. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go that sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
They're able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Steps away. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
Like any team playing, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least if they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. The kick by Elliott is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. They'll start on the ground with Harris. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. Second down. It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him. Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
From a couple of yards beyond midfield, here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. 2 yards on the 1st down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the 2nd down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. Now a 3rd and 6 as they've got it as we resume action. From the gun, it's Wilson. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Milton Williams. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
Fourth down, Corliss Waitman now on to punt. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. 42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Hurts. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brown. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
From the 21, here's 2nd and 3. Barkley, inside handoff. And down he'll go at the 25. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Hurts with a quick throw, complete. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Here now a 3rd down and 8. Now back to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big play there for Philly. 46 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. They go play action with Hurts. There's a short one caught by Uzama, and he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
And there's a completion to the tight end, and look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football, and that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. The kick by Elliott is good, and they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So scores on their first two possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Now the Steelers getting set and ready for their next possession. They are still in search of their first points of the ball game, but only down 6-0 as they begin with a first down. Wilson. He'll find Williams on the slant. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Mike Williams. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Mike Williams, 74 yards. And the Steelers strike quickly here to tie up the ball game. And sometimes those slants, they can be so tough to defend after the catch. It just happens so quickly. And really, what gets set up there is how quickly everything happens. Ball's out of the hands of the passer in a hurry, and he just takes it and goes. And he went all the way into the end zone. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. He's got it, and they take the lead at 7-6. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. They've probably got some adjustments to make because they've moved the football okay at times, but they haven't been able to get anything consistently going, have they?
What you worry about is it almost turns into a basketball game where one team's coming down and hitting threes, and you're coming back and getting twos, and you steadily lose ground. In this situation, you're talking about touchdowns to field goals. They want to put in the end zone and put those sixes on the board.
Yeah, they've been settling. That's why they're down on the scoreboard right now. Just a gain of a couple there, and it'll be second down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8. They're going to look to throw. And this one complete to Smith. And Devontae going to pick up the Eagles' first down as he's up to the 47. That'll go as a pickup of 8. A first down carry for Barkley. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
It may be only a gain of 3 yards, but that back, he deserves a lot more credit on the play. That could have easily been stopped at the line, but his vision and his determination found some space to turn it into that modest gain.
From just shy of midfield, here's a 2nd and 7. Again, it's Barkley. And he'll get it down here to the 43. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
2nd and 6. Up the middle with Barkley. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run, because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Here's a fake on the jet sweep as they'll go instead with Barkley. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the 1st down.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
And Devontae going to pick up the Eagles' 1st down as a tackle made at the 15-yard line.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a 1st down, a nice, consistent gain.
2 minutes remaining in this 1st half of football. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the 1st, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out. See that?
And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Saquon Barkley taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Eagles are able to move back in front.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And he puts this one through as the lead moves to 13-7. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it ends with a Saquon Barkley touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Steelers' offense and their wide receiver getting set for this next possession. And it may be time for this defense to start throwing a second defender his way, because whatever they've done, it has not worked in this 1st half. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Here's 2nd and 3. Now it's Wilson. He's got it to Williams. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Here's Wilson to throw. Completes it to Austin. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game. And they hit that one there for big yardage.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Throwing again here, Wilson. Escaping the and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Jordan Davis able to get him for a loss of about 3. He's certainly one of those quarterbacks that can burn you with his mobility, but that time able to hem him in and get him to the ground.
Perfect descriptor right there about how they kept him in the pocket. Excellent job of containment, but they were still able to continue to bring such strong pressure without letting him escape. But how about those guys in the secondary as well? Kept the coverage tight, plastered to the receivers, and left no real options for him to throw it downfield.
Here's Wilson. That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. To throw is Wilson. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Russell Wilson, as the first half is winding down. And the Steelers have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead into the locker room.
We've been together a few years, and you know that I really ride the wave of old momentum, don't I?
Yes, you do.
There is a heck of a difference between being down 6 and possibly being up 1. And right now, they've got that opportunity.
No doubt. That is a big-time score and a big-time swing in momentum.
Boswell for the extra point. And this puts him on top by a penny. It's 14-13. That time, a 6-play drive.
And it was Russell Wilson finishing things off with a touchdown run. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So a very tight first half. We had to break in a one-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
This one's been all you could hope for as an NFL fan. Just a one-point game here at halftime. This has been as much fun as you could hope for with both these teams in it to win it.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Eagles offense and running back Saquon Barkley ready to get going again. And he's had his fair share of troubles in this one, unfortunately. This defensive front has wreaked havoc throughout the contest, and he hasn't been able to create enough space to make something positive happen to this point. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. But, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
2nd and 10. They'll go to Barkley again. And he'll get this to about the 34, a gain of just 3.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Here's 3rd and 7. Play action. Here's Hurts. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. 39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The visitors' offense and their wideout getting set to go once more. And he was pretty much unguardable in that first half. You see the numbers there as they try to add to him here in this 3rd quarter. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 6. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. After he cleared the line of scrimmage, nice little hole developed.
Yeah, he got great blocking right there at the start. But how about his vision, finding the open spaces and letting his feet carry him to him.
Wilson. He'll let it fly for Austin. Oh, and that is incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. And with a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now Wilson. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield.
So pass interference to call, and that does not look to be going over too well on the defensive side.
Or on their sideline, because I believe their head coach is saying right now, hey, you've got to call that both ways.
Harris diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown.
And how nice is it to have a guy like Najee Harris in the backfield when you get down near the goal line? He can use his 230-plus pound frame to just get you those tough yards, and he finishes things off here with a touchdown run.
Extra point now by Boswell. And with that, the lead is up to 8. So that drive, 4 plays.
And it was Najee Harris who finished it off with a touchdown run.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Then back out onto the field.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10.
Just shy of the 30. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And it's 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. Here's Hurts to throw.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Smith. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
Hurts to his former Alabama teammate Smith for an Eagle 1st down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Throwing is Hurts.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's 2nd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Hurts sets up to throw it.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Just what they needed, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Hurts. Out route, and it's complete to Brown. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
He'll get it to the 40. Broke a tackle there to get some extra yardage. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
As Smith in motion right. Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Eluding the pressure right. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 26. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Has not been a big game for him throwing the football. I think he feels like, let's try something different. Let's use the legs here and see if we can make some plays.
And no passing touchdowns, yardage not where he would like it. Try something new. It worked there. Back to throw now on first down. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll look to throw here. Quick slant here to Smith. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
And we constantly talk about people being on the same page. In this situation, the two of them saw the play with the same eyes. They understood where the open spaces were going to be, and they found a way to get there to pick up a new set of downs.
From the gun, it's Hurts. And he is caught. Touchdown, Eagles. Jahan Dotson from 8 yards out. And the Eagles have cut the lead back down to 2. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
Eagles offense staying out there. Of course, Hurts always a threat to run. They'll go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And he'll get into the end zone, and those 2 points are going to tie the game. And with a successful 2-point try, the QB rolling out, I would imagine on the defense that makes it tough. When he goes out, he's got the option to run or pass.
Yeah, it really does. If you decide not to bring extra people or extra pressure, maybe you have to have a spy on the quarterback, someone to account for him, because oftentimes that is the unaccounted for player.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And their lead order, it's tied once more as they begin with a first. Play action. Now Wilson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
A throw left side, caught by the tight end Freiermuth. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, every lineman knows the rule. You only get a 1-yard buffer beyond that line of scrimmage, and then the flag is thrown, and he got tagged for it there. Now Wilson. He finds Austin complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Wilson. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Wilson. Got his man. It's Warren. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. They go play action now. Wilson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 45-yard line. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now a give, running left is Harris. He's got it to the 43 here. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
From the 43, here's a 2nd and 8. Now it's Wilson. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
They will look for some important yardage on 3rd down. From here, it would be a 60-yard boot. Now it's Wilson. And that's incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense, and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their own 18.
He'll drop it off with Saquon Barkley.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They'll give him 4 yards there. 3rd and 7 now. Now that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Hurts finding Smith for the Philly first.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side, but for lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a 1st down. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
A handoff to Barkley. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd down and 9.
He'll drop to throw. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play, and that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
Throw out wide is incomplete.
The frustration evident there because he couldn't find anyone on 3rd down, and he left no doubt that he was throwing that one away.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
The Steelers offense and Russell Wilson headed back onto the field. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes. And he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. And this is going to be a Steelers first down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
This a 2nd and 7 from the 37. Now here's another carry for Harris. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Here's Wilson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Steelers first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Now Wilson. Middle of the field to Jefferson. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd down and 3. Play action. It's Wilson. Now a short pass pulled in by Washington. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10.
Now whistles here before the snap, and it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved. The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
Again, Wilson. Williams brings it in.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st down in field goal range already.
They hand this off to Harris. He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They come up now on 2nd and 2. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Well, you don't have to beg the Philly faithful to make noise. On their feet for 3rd down. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he will have the 1st down before he's brought down at the 3. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down.
They'll try to run with Harris. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll try and run with Harris. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
This crowd doing all they can. Here's 3rd and goal. Harris running straight ahead. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
And this is a time of game where offensive lines can really dictate a team's fortunes. It's been a tough battle. They've been out there for a long time. But this was a question of who can wear down who. And that's excellent work to put a long drive together and finish it with a touchdown run to take the lead.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And they will take a 7-point lead. So that one a 13-play drive in total.
And it was Najee Harris who finished it off with a touchdown run.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Hurts and the Eagles now
down 28-21, 37 seconds to go. Now they've got to travel the full 75 yards, and time is obviously a huge factor here. 1st and 10. Back to throw.
And that's complete to Brown. And he's going to pick up a 1st down here as that clock continues to run.
All right, let's just put it on the table real quick here. This is 2-minute drill. You got to know they're looking for their #1 receiver.
Yeah, you think they'd be ready for that? That time they weren't.
This offense cannot stop the clock now. No timeouts remaining as they come up here 1st down.
Back to throw. Flush to his right.
And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Philly.